We are not breakable, but we are welcoming you to the Unbreakable Marriage. And if you are tuning in tonight, it's going to be a panel that will be talking about lots of things. And of course, we're not perfect people, so we want you to watch and we want you to ask questions. And welcome to the first people on, Grace, Hartzenberg, Cindy, Lance Aranja. Thank you so much for coming in. Please quickly share the link with everybody. Let's get more people on, because every time when married people speak, you have to listen, because there's a lot of value in there. Hi, Charles.
Yeah, I think, our purpose of tonight is that the Unbreakable Marriage starting next Friday, and we want to get as many as possible couples attending that Unbreakable Marriage
series.
Not seminar, yeah. Anyway, yeah, and apparently Cindy promised that she will be there next Friday.
Yes, I believe Cindy is going to be there, Cindy and Rian.
So if Cindy can be there, you can be there as well.
Thanks, Cindy. You are on the spot. So let's introduce the panel quickly. We'll start with the ladies this time. From the left, is this the left? However, start from Shona.
Your left.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Shona, for those who don't know me.
Hi everyone, I'm Tess.
And I'm Sherry Lee.
And tonight we really made a difference. We are separating the men from the women because, sure, we have learned that men hide behind their wives.
Yeah. Tonight they're all alone.
So tonight we're leaving them all by their lonesome selves, and we can explain why we say that men hide behind their wives. We will see you as we are introducing more guests. Go for it.
My name is Adrian. I hide behind Shona.
I'm Justin. I'm married to Tess.
And I'm Nico, and I'm married to Shirley.
Well, there you have them. So we separated them simply because we feel that many times people look at the couple sitting here and you think that we've got it made. We've gone through our trials and troubles and we're just living this absolutely perfect life. So I just want to say to the lady that said to me recently, she wanted Charles' brother because she thinks he was such a perfect man, this one. So she asked, has he got a brother? So I need to explain to her, if he had a brother, he would have been married to a similar woman like me, because we are tired of men hiding behind us. So Cheryl, tonight, why am I so tired of you? Because sometimes you hide behind me in my shadow.
But I must also add, Marianne said to that lady, and I'm not intending to die very soon, so don't worry about anything.
Cheryl, what happened tonight at home?
At home?
When you got dressed. What did you ask me? Do I wear these pants? Oh. Do I wear this shirt? Do I wear these tackies?
Yeah.
Asked me everything. Did I ask him, do I wear this shirt? Do I wear these pants? Do I wear these tackies? No, I didn't. Shona, did I didn't ask you what to wear?
No, he asked me his opinion, and I think the one thing he said to me, did I wear this the last time we were on TV? I'm like, I think so. Maybe just wear that top. So, yeah.
So there was some asking. So he didn't go scot-free. Justin, have you asked your wife what to wear? Because I know you don't care much.
No, I don't care. I wear the same thing every time. It's my uniform.
No, the question I get more is, where's my wallet? Where's my keys? Where's my cell phone?
Well, that sounds like the same thing. You see, there it is. We are not perfect. Now, I just want to go to Nico, because Nico is obviously married to the Little Miss Perfect, Sherry Lee. So, Nico, when I'm talking about irritations, what irritates you about your wife?
Okay, so I do the dishes, and I do sometimes the clothing, and yeah, my wife is on the cell phone for lots of work stuff, so
it irritates you.
It irritates me
So
because I don't know when the communication is happening, so yeah, it's difficult.
Well,
but on the other hand, there's nothing wrong with your hands. You're allowed to wash dishes.
Can you see this? Can you see this? We all have so many challenges, and I'm not going to let the two of them get onto this now, because otherwise we're going to have marriage counseling right here. Yeah. So I want you to ask us questions about marriage. But we think about the irritations, and I can just imagine in business tests that you must be so irritated with your husband at times, because he's obviously very laid back, and however he is, tell us a little bit.
We are different people at work. We're not married at work. We hold our positions, but yes, there are irritations with lack of communication and with the different roles that we do when I need him to do something, and I assume he knows what I think he needs to do and he doesn't do it. So, yeah.
Justin, what do you say about that? Because obviously you can't read mind reading. So, so
I
tell
love
us-
my wife. No comment. Jokes.
It's
No,
not
I
how.
don't know. Yeah.
Give us a little bit of an explanation
Of
on
what
how the two of you
irritates.
work with that.
We know what we've got our things that we do and we stick to that. So Tess she's got her things that she takes care of and I've got my things that I take care of.
So I see that we've
Yeah.
got two people watching us online, and it's Pastor Frederick Plignaat and Abby, and they're also part of this team, as well as Lance and Nadia Grootboom, and they're also part of this team. So we're really missing the two couples tonight. We wish you were here. But maybe you can tell us online what irritates you in your marriage. We don't normally like to scratch these things, but we simply want you to know there's nobody perfect.
Yeah.
And there's no perfect marriage. And there's nobody that's made it. We all have to work through lots of issues. Sure, what do you say?
I think what irritates me is that I always have to wait for you wherever we go. But if I'm not going with you, you're on time. I mean, that irritates me because I always have to wait. I say, you ready? Yes, I'm ready. But 20 minutes later, then we are really ready. I think that irritates me. You're on camera now, so you must speak.
Yeah, no, it's obviously irritation. And I'm just thinking, when the moment you start tapping your foot, it irritates me. It doesn't help me to go faster. I often say to you, just what you did now is not going to make me faster. I'm just going to go slower. Because when I'm irritated, I actually
Slower.
take more time. So irritations are real. Shona, what irritates you about Adrian? No, and this time you can talk. Because he's not near. I'll check him.
You know, for me, I can multitask. Adrian can't. So if I'm speaking to him, he needs to be totally focused on me to like hear me in that. And sometimes he'll be on his phone. So then I'll recognize this and I'll stop talking. And he's like, babe, you can carry on. I'm like, no. Because I know he's good, like, you know, he can't focus on the two. So I want him to, you know, to be like I am, but obviously he's not wired that way. So then sometimes I forget that he's like on his phone and not paying attention to me. And then I have this full-on conversation and he's heard nothing. So yeah.
So that's one of the things.
But it's real, hey?
It is real.
Yeah.
This is unfortunately real. If you think of that, Adrian, she's just said something that irritates her, and it's a bad thing. Why do you think are we so different? I mean, what makes us so different that we're not, even though we love each other, we're still different in the way we are married?
Like Justin said, I love my wife. But yeah, I think it's, like Shona said, I know for me, I'll be the first to admit that I can't multitask. And I think it's a good thing that we are different because Shona she can sit on the phone, she can cook, she can talk to me, and she knows exactly what's going on with everything. I suppose it's good. Women should be like that. I don't know if they're all like that, but mine definitely is. And yeah.
So I see Nadia Grinling, she says her husband says that she must work on her patience. Guys, how are the girls with patience? That will be Nico.
I don't know. No. Yeah. Yeah, patience is one of those things. Well, I need to have the patience because I'm waiting for everything. So, yeah.
So patience is your thing that you have to. And then Sonica says when Richard comes home, he's always on his telephone. Now, we heard the conversation about the telephone a number of times now. So let's quickly go to, who hasn't? Justin, what do you feel about it? Justin, focus. How do you feel about the telephone time, that people are constantly on their phone and not communicating with each other?
We have rules sort of in place, or we had to at one stage. So like, from 6 o'clock until the kids go to bed, we don't go on our phones, only to check messages and stuff. We won't go on TikTok and stuff. But then we also have times when we allow each other to just be in our own little zone and to de-stress, and we call it the vortex. When you watch, you watch, like, when you're scrolling on YouTube and you play a video, then you play the next one, and then you play the next one, and then an hour goes past and you're still on your phone. So we allow each other to do that so that we can, because we work together and we're always with each other, and but we do have boundaries. And I will just say, like, I'm missing you, I need some attention.
Yeah.
Are you here?
Actually, we do that too. We actually also say, I need time out. I need us to be together, but that's us time. That's a very good thing. Then I see Cindy says there, she's having to explain what you need done, all the details. I expect him to get me now. By now, he needs to understand. So how do you feel about that, Shirley? That you have to explain all the details?
In the beginning, it really didn't gel well with me because I want something done now. I'm expressive, I want it done, and we must just get it over with. But with Nico's personality, he's more of a analytical. So he needs all the details. He needs to know everything before he can make a decision. So now that I know that, it's better because now I get him. And now I have to be patient to give him the details and then wait for him to make a decision.
I think the patience thing, when you have to explain everything, is quite a horrendous thing in my house. Because sure, it was a big fun, what do they call it, selective hearing. He hears what he wants to hear, excuse me. He hears what he wants to hear. So when he says to me, her, and he says it the second time, then I start yelling out, you have to be at the church at 6 o'clock with your white shirt on. Then he says, okay, don't have to yell. I've got the message, I've got the message.
Yeah.
So
You can be glad she didn't actually do it the way she do it at home.
So
Cameras
sometimes,
will burst.
but sometimes we have to explain and over-explain. But I see Chantal Littlefoot, she says, my husband pays more attention to our pup and has conversations with him more than me. Small irritation, but a hello, I'm also there. That sounds like you know the same thing. Shona, answer this one. She's got a pup story too.
Yeah, our puppy, oh man, I've got to often say, hello, I'm also here. Come speak to me. No, it's not that bad.
Don't cover up now, come
no,
on.
no, but it does become like a little bit of an irritation in that because, you know, animals are loyal and whatever, but I'm the wife.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And but it's not bad, but Chantal, I get you.
Yeah.
I like how she's covering up the show. What do you think?
Yeah, I
of that?
think also Charlene said I like things done now. Yeah, I think, you know, the things done now, our men are sometimes too slow. We slow because don't tell me to do it now. I will do it when I'm ready. Yeah. You know, even if it's 6 months' time. Don't need to tell me every 5 minutes. I will do it, even if it's in 6 months' time. But yeah, so and I think some of the men like that. But that's how men are. And you know what has got to do with unbreakable marriage is that we have to learn to understand each other. We sound like that we're not perfect. I mean, we do teaching certain things at marriage seminar, all of our marriage seminar. It's not a seminar. Series. And we look so perfect when we talk, but, you know, we also got our thing. But it's not at the moment, you know, you make a decision there and then, I'm not going to go allow this thing. And I think that's why we want you to come to this marriage, unbreakable marriage on Friday night. That you can learn to know, because people out there, people are fighting, and it's unnecessary because you have to work with something. I like Lady Marie said, us time. People need us time. Couples need us time. They need time away from the children, time away from the dog, time away from the cell phone. And we always used to tell our children, we came first. You must do what we do. You go where we go, not we go where you go. So they understood that, and they would go everywhere when we go. So I think.
And then we also told him that it's us time, so you stay because we go.
Yeah.
It's very important. Now, see there, Tanya Janse van Vieren is watching from intensive care at Green Acres Hospital. I really hope that you are just a nurse or something, because goodness me. Are you a nurse?
Yeah.
Oh, Tanya, thank goodness that you're just a nurse, but thank you for watching us, because I don't want to hear anything like that. So this is what we are doing. We want tonight to invite you to join us at the next Unbreakable Marriage series, and it's starting this Friday night. Let's hear from our panel. I'm going to go to the men because they take things very seriously. And I know Adrian specifically said tonight to Shona, give me my notes, because he cannot work without notes. Adrian, what are you talking about at the Unbreakable series?
Okay, Shana and I talk about vision, and part of that is agreement as well. So that's basically what we do. Shana's got a vision, I'm in agreement with it, and all's good on our side.
Good answer.
What are you guys talking about?
We talk about finances. Also, it's about a little bit about vision, a little bit about conflict, a little bit about everything, because I think finances touches on so much. Yeah.
I like what you say there, finances, and it's got conflict in it. So because we all go through that it's either your fault, it's never my fault, it's never me that makes a mistake financially, it's always you. So because it's you, we have to come in agreement that you are allowed to make mistakes and I can blame you forever. Is that what you mean?
I don't know if I
No, I
understand.
got you all confused. No, we're talking about conflict in finances. And what kind of conflict are you talking about there?
I think with marriage and finances, you're going to have conflict. Everyone's brought up differently and has a different understanding of marriage, and it's about not being in agreement. So I have an idea that we must spoil our children, and maybe Tess has the opposite idea, or she wants to spend and I want to save. But if we're not in agreement, then there's going to be problems, whether we've got too little money or too much money, what to do with it. So I think, yeah.
But don't you think that money can be a controlling factor in the house? Because if one is an absolute saver and a budgeter and counting the pennies, and the other one is an extreme opposite, now we have to go towards the one that's budgeting. Now it becomes controlling. Don't you think that can bring its own problems?
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because we
But
have
if
to
you
sort of
understand who's the person that's better at controlling certain things, and where's your strength and where's your weakness, then work it out and have an honest conversation about it. I think it's just about communication and understanding your spouse.
Great. Okay, Nico, what are you two talking about?
Conflict, so all of the above. So yeah, but there's a lot of things that brings conflict. I mean, especially with us, how I've been brought up and how Shirley's been brought up, and with the kids. When can you give them a hiding, and when must you just not do anything or stay quiet? Or I'm too serious, and the kids can just go wild. So yeah, that's sometimes issues, but that's conflict. There's lots of things. That can bring up conflict.
I like this because when Adrian was joking, he says Shona has a vision and he's in agreement with that. It's an Adrian joke, but the truth is, if two people do not agree on a vision, they can never have a vision for their home. So we quickly want to go over to you, Shona. Explain to me what do we mean when we say you must have a vision for your house?
You must, having a vision, you need to know where you want your family to be, and it's not just as a family, as an individual. We speak about where you want to be in your career, and the vision that you've got for your kids. Obviously, God's got different plans and that, but you need to have like a guideline and a road marked out. And like Adrian said, as long as you're in agreement with it, because ultimately you work towards the goal together. But, a simple thing like, you want to own a house one day, and then once you've got your first house, maybe you want to work towards owning a second house. That is all part of a vision for a family, and that. we also speak about the values of a family, which is really, it's linked to having a vision, because you've got to have good values and good
So you
morals.
could just talk about what is a value, because we so glibly say these words. It's like you and I understand these words, but if I want to ask you, what is a value that you have in your home? What is that value?
We've got a lot of values, and like Adrian says, it doesn't matter if the Joneses or the Adamses don't have it, it doesn't matter, and nobody has to like it. But like a simple thing in our home with our kids, and we've taught them from little, one of the things is you won't do drugs in our home, simple little things like that, and you'll honor God and serve God, it's all those little things that make life happen and make life work. And if you do them and do them well, stick to them, then the vision will be fulfilled.
So I'm just thinking about our Heather. She's quite a character. I don't know if she's watching. I hope she's watching from England, because I actually tagged her in. But she used to say to me, she used to test every boundary. And then one day, she was a bit rough with one of my guests in the house. She pushed the person out the way. And I said to her, you will apologize and you will not do that again. This is not a value in our home. We treat everybody nicely. So she said, so tell me then, what are the values? And I thought for a minute, I don't even know what are the values. But I know, I said to her, I know that this is not a value. So sometimes when a thing happens, it sort of clears your mind and you understand we are not going to tolerate this in our home. So that brings a value into place. Tess, I see Cindy's asked you a question.
I think there's also value. We're not slamming doors, we're not shouting at each other. All those things, it's like...
We don't call each other names.
Yeah,
we never call each other names. We never allowed it. Let's answer that question now on finances.
She must come.
Cindy, we're waiting for you. We will see you at our session, Finances, for the answer. No, I'm joking. I'll give you the answer now. Firstly, I just want to say, Charlene Rademacher also commenting that finances can break a marriage, and that's very true. I think finances is somewhere in the top 3 things that can cause divorce. And a lot of it's through not communicating, not having agreement, not having a plan, and so on and so forth. But for Cindy's question that says, is it okay to keep a secret savings account? Should all the money be declared? Now, when myself and Justin share, we are not professionals, we have life experience. So we share from our experiences and so forth. But I particularly remember one session that we did, because the Lord is always so gracious. He knows what's going on in the room. I just felt led that one evening I said to the group, I feel like there's someone here, you have a secret bank account, and you need to tell your spouse about it, because secrecy, like the devil's power is in its secrecy. And lo and behold, when we were done, a gentleman came up and he said, I'm that person. And he explained why he had it, and and so on and so forth. And I just thought, for us, I wouldn't say it's declared in the sense of to the cent. This is what I have here and there. But Justin knows I have so many accounts. I handle money differently to the way that Justin handles money. We even tithe differently. That we go according to our revelation. But in terms of me having an account that my husband doesn't know about, and I'm putting money in there, I have to ask myself, what am I really doing this for? And why can I not tell my spouse about it? Because the thing is, everything in a marriage, not just finances, you should be able to be intimate and vulnerable and transparent with your spouse. The moment you withhold something, you give the enemy a pinky in your marriage to bring discord. So I would say, yes, you do need to declare it, because what might start with a good intention of this is just savings for a rainy day can later become, you know what, I can leave now if I need to because I've got the savings for it.
That's a very good answer. I think for us as well, we're not the finances gurus like there's 2 of them. But
No, not at all.
the other day, I said to Marianne, I've got the savings account. I put money in there, and this is how much is in there. And I think she feels comfortable with it. She's not going to ask, I wanted money. I think when you declare it to your spouse, and say, and make it clear. Listen, it's my money. I touch it, or our money. I'm saving it for us. I think that is a thing. Is if your spouse then one day money says sorry, you can't, because if you hide money away, you can have another Flossie down the road as well, or another guy, can cheat on your spouse as well. So it actually I agree with you, can open a door for the devil.
If I may also add, and I mean even that we speak from experience. There's a couple we know, they handle their finances like that, and it's very scary. It's actually very scary to think like you have to hide money from your spouse and all that, because then you have to look at the foundation of the marriage then in general as well.
That brings me to a topic you and Pastor Matthew will be speaking this coming Sunday, tonight a week, about money.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. So obviously we speak to couples about finance, but there's some things that I'll be bringing that speaks individually to finances. So I want to encourage those that are needing financial breakthrough, needing financial freedom. Myself and Pastor Matthew will be speaking next week Sunday at 7 p.m. with basic practical principles on finance.
Oh, that's lovely. Now let's go to Shirley. Shirley, Nico was talking about the two of you. You are at the Unbreakable Marriage Series. The two of you talk, one of your topics will be the topic called conflict. So conflict has many sides to it. We can fight about money. We can fight because you called me fat. We can fight because I'm late. We can fight just because it's that time of the month. We can have any kind of fight. How do we decide whether this is a worthwhile fight, or let's continue, let's let the dogs sleep?
We put rules in place for ourselves. So we know when it's that time of the month, he knows I get cranky. And then I start fighting about everything. And he knows just to laugh it off. He knows to laugh it off, and then we'll drop it. But we always ask ourselves, what is the issue? Why are we fighting? If it's a small thing that can be settled, yes, we'll settle it. But if it's one of those big things that we have to talk about, we'll give ourselves a time out. And we'll go think about it and come back to each other and then talk it out. And then if it still doesn't get resolved, we'll give ourselves another time out. We'll keep on talking about the issue until it's resolved, but we don't fight about it.
So what would you say in a marriage? Like Charles and I, we're much older now. People often think when you're older, we married 45 years, going to 46 years, that's forever and a day. How many fights have we had?
A lot. 1,000, 2,000.
And how many times did you feel that this is not worth it? Let's back up.
There was many times.
But it was the one time I remember.
Yeah,
we didn't have money to divorce.
Yeah, we actually sat on the stoop there and said, okay, we're getting divorced now. And she said, okay, so where are you going to stay? I said, I don't know. So said, where are you going to stay? No, I don't know, because we didn't have money. So we said, okay, there's one way, we just stay together and make it work. So thank God that we didn't have money then.
Yeah.
So we made it work, and I think that's where it actually all started.
Well, that's where Justin's call comes. Justin, tell the people how much a divorce cost.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to know.
It's
It's expensive. It's more than 180. Sorry, come on the course.
Oh, there you go.
Come on the course.
But I feel like you need to fight sometimes. Otherwise, if you just agree all the time, then someone is just laying down for, like, I got irritated with Tess when she wouldn't fight with me. I need healthy conflict. Because it's like, I love you enough to fight with you or to disagree and we can work it out. Sounds weird, but
it is
it
the
is
truth.
true. Yeah.
Because every argument has a reason.
Yeah.
And like I say, some reasons are just not, they're not really reasons. They are obvious things. But there are arguments that are much deeper. And sometimes, Charles, I would be upset about a stupid thing. And then you just sit quietly and you listen to me and you say, okay, let's go have coffee. Why do you do it then?
I think a fight is this, if both of us fight, we know nobody's going to win the fight anyway. Yeah. So I think there's always, you have to, if your spouse is upset either way, you have to one must be calm down and said, okay, let's look at the situation and drink coffee. You know what your spouse like, you know what makes her or him calm, so And yeah, so I think coffee shop, if I say coffee shop, then Marianne is like automatically,
better.
everything is somewhere right there. So yeah, I think you have to find out and see where the spot is where you can make her calm down or him calm down. Yeah, I think.
So we're going to watch a video of a couple that attended one of our previous Unbreakable Marriage series. It's only the Unbreakable, genade, I'm having this thing today. The Unbreakable Marriage series is 4 Friday nights, starting this Friday night. Shirley, give us the update on how many people can go, how much it's going to cost us.
We don't have a limit, so because we're not in the COVID social distancing, so we can take 40 to 50 people. Then it's 180 Rand for 4 weeks, every Friday night, starting at 7 o'clock until 9. And we've got free babysitting for the 8 to 12-year-olds because it's youth. It's water jam, so you can bring your kids. And yeah, we've got a very special guest guest speaker on Friday. We're starting with Pastor Frederick and Abby Blignat, and then we just roll out from there.
So you cannot afford to miss it. It's 180 Rands per couple for the 4 weeks. It's only 180 Rand that you will pay. So Justin already offered to pay for one couple. So if you know of a couple that would like to attend this weekend, can you just please post us quickly the WhatsApp line, the number that you must WhatsApp if you would like to be that couple that want to attend with a sponsorship of 180 Rands. Just here comes the WhatsApp line, is on the screen right now, 067 003 5623. And we're going over to the video now.
The Unbreakable Marriage course, it's very incredible one. It's a very incredible one. We are enjoying it. The speakers are very practical. We are very excited about it. We are enjoying it. Every topic makes sense and it's helping our marriage so far.
As she has said, it's a very incredible course. We're learning quite a lot and we're taking things as practical as they are. We discuss them when we go home and we try to live by everything that we've been taught, and it's helping us quite a lot. Thank you so much.
So what are the plans that you have this Friday night? Your plan is to come to the Unbreakable Marriage series. Now, we've had all kinds of couple coming. Adrian, can you tell us what kind of people have you seen attending the Unbreakable Marriage series?
Sure. Well, yeah, since we've been doing it, there's been all sorts. There's no specific, I think you can't say there's a specific person, a specific financially situation, people or whatever. It's people from all backgrounds, people from all walks of life. And the thing is that it is for everybody. It is for anybody and everybody to be there. The experiences and the testimonies and that have come from really from all types of people.
So have you heard any testimonies, Nico, because you guys are there every Friday night, have you had any testimonies coming from the couples that attended?
Definitely. There's lots of people that said, yes, you talked to us, you touched my heart, or there were situations that they didn't know how to get around and just got some kind of way to get to it. We're also just human. And we guys, everyone that speaks at these sessions are just normal people, and we take our experiences and we just give it over. And yes, the Lord lead us, and sometimes there's just a little bit of wisdom coming through, and we speak to that one or two hearts that's there that really needs that, and that's the kind of things we get back. But also, I want to also say it's not just Christian people that come.
Yeah.
We've got other people just that really needs the counseling, and yes, we've got biblical truths we use, but that's the life truth that works for all our marriages.
I just want to add before we continue that this is not a counseling series. It is a marriage enrichment series. You want to do it. because you care about your marriage. You want to attend this 4-week course because you want to invest in the rest of your life together until death do you part. So it's very important to make sure that we are, in fact, nobody will counsel you there. Nobody. We are just talking. You are going to laugh like you can't believe, but you will feel it. It will talk to you. There's so much it will talk to you. What you wanted to say, Shona?
Yeah, Adrian and I also have a testimony of a couple we knew. They attended the February session just before lockdown, and the biggest thing for them was, that stood out for them, was our session of having this vision, and they really grasped that. And one of the things that they put down was that they wanted to be debt-free because they were in a serious amount of debt. That they never put themselves into. It was other people that put them into debt. And by the end of the year, even throughout COVID, by the end of that year, December, they paid their final amount, and they are now debt-free. And that was just by grasping what we had practically done there with them. And they just got this revelation, and they put it pen to paper, and they just stuck with it, and yeah, that was very, very encouraging.
So before Shirley continues, is that something that you just said, Shona, is that was in your vision planning, and it crossed over into the finances, because now this couple grasped the vision and wrote it down and made it this, that they want to be debt-free, and then the financial planning stepped in, and here they are debt-free. And one couple that attended actually said to us, they never realized the words that they speak to each other are so detrimental. They never realized it. We made them write down because you sit there and you actually practically write things down. You will enjoy it. I tell you, you will be so surprised. He came afterwards, he said, I never knew that every time I call my wife this, it actually hurt her. And she was upset with it. She eventually accepted it, and she was happy with it, but it's not true. So we work with a lot of different dimensions. Shirley?
One of the couples that came, I know they were on the verge of divorce. And they sat, this was their last resort. They've been through counseling, they couldn't do anything else. And they came, they sat through the 4 weeks. At the end of the 4 weeks, they actually joined our church. But they are still together, and this is 3 years later. Yeah. They're still together, they're happy, they still have their issues, but they're still together. But everyone thinks that, okay, if there's something wrong with my marriage, that's why I need to go to this course. Yeah. It's not only for people that have a problem within their marriage. It's for everyone. Nico and I sit there every Friday night, and every Friday night we can say, okay, we didn't know this, or we didn't know that, or we can do this. And every Friday night we learn something new by every course. So even if it's just a refresher course for you, you are more than welcome to come, because you will learn something.
So I see here that Pastor Frederick Blichenout, who actually kicks off this Friday night with the topic, him and Pastor Abby, words, the things that we say to each other. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal topic. And I tell you what, you are not going to be bored in one of the sessions. You have to come. We even give you tea and coffee. How cool is that? And a sweetie and a biscuit. That's seriously cool. But I see Pastor Frederick says all the couples that he sent to this course came back very enriched and blessed. And then he said, and this is what you said earlier on, Justin, this morning you actually mentioned it as well. It is important not to wait for a crisis in your marriage before you start working on it. What do you say about that?
I was going to say that now. I didn't know I said it this morning.
Say it again.
I was going to say, don't wait until something goes wrong. Just like if you love your spouse, there's a reason why you got married. Even if you don't love her anymore, you used to love her, you love yourself, and you want to have a good life, come on the thing. Maybe you will start loving her again.
And we were joking about the fact that a divorce costs you a lot more than 180 rands. But even just separating costs more, because you have to go and pay different places. I'm telling you, investing in your marriage is so much more. It's worth more. You will count the years when you look back, and I can honestly say with me and Charles, myself, I'll speak for myself, he can speak for himself. we're looking back and we say, wow. Many times actually now we say, wow, we're so thankful we pushed through. We're so thankful we didn't give up at the times that we felt we wanted to give up. We're thankful for the courses that was around. We attended every marriage course. I remember the one we fought so much. I don't know this course, I don't know what the course was even called, but I remember Pastor Crompton made Charles and myself going to this course because we had such a bad marriage at the time.
Yeah. We actually arrived at that particular place. They presented this course and we're fighting. I mean, it was fire in the car. We sat in front of the building and we're fighting, and we said, okay, no, we can't go in. So we went home and we cooled down again, and they said, okay, after half an hour later, they said, okay, let's go back. I mean, yeah, it's us.
And as we walked in, the people said, we suppose you had a fight.
I was making a joke, but I said, yes, it was a fight.
It was a fight. Because you know what? You don't have a perfect marriage, and nobody's perfect, but this is what it is. It's not about you being perfect, or your spouse being perfect, or your marriage being perfect. It's about making a perfect decision.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to attend this course.
Marriage is great. I think somebody asked me the other day, he's so scared of a motorbike. He will never ride on a motorbike. I said, when I ride a motorbike, I look out for the things, for the problems. If I approach a green robot, I'm watching left and right if there's no cars coming from. So I think it's the same with the marriage. You have to be aware. You're always aware. Like Cindy's thing, that secret account, the savings account, it's a door opening for the devil. You must be aware for the things before it happened, that you block the devil power to try to open a door for the evil one to come in. And I think also, we got the love languages, we got the personality. Lance and Nadia got the
covenant.
The covenant, and we also say.
And then we've got Nadine,
Nadia
and
Fenton and Nadia.
I always get them confused.
Yeah, but they were talking high captain, specifically.
In their case, Nadia was the one bringing in the money for years, and he was jobless. How do you cope in a marriage like that?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the easiest thing. Who's the boss? Who's the leader of the house? How do you submit to a husband that is not bringing in the money? How do you fix the marriage? How do you walk forward? What a fantastic topic from two people with real experience. Shona, you wanted to say?
I was saying to someone else the other day, Wamshal was saying that it's so good to, to go on different courses and that, even if you're not having any issues. I was saying to someone the other day that, as your kids are growing up, you need to learn things about your kids. You need to understand why they're going through these tantrums and that, and why they're going through this terrible teenager stage. As your kids are growing, you are learning things about them and discovering things about them. Same thing with a marriage. Because, we face things in life. You could suffer the trauma from a job loss, or losing a house, or losing a family member, losing a child, anything. And you need to find what works for you guys going through that. So, and even menopause, that's a real thing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not there yet. I think my husband's also very grateful that I'm not there.
He got menopause.
He's got menopause.
But all these life challenges that you go through, you need to not be prepared, because sometimes they just boom,
happen.
They happen, But you need to be able to deal with them and go through them together. So it's very important to, if you've got the opportunity, go on these different courses and that,
So time is running out for us tonight. We're so thankful that you watched, and I just want to encourage you. Just go to that WhatsApp line, send your number right now. If you want to be sponsored, 180 Rand for you as a couple to attend this whole 4-week series. The number is appearing on the screen right now. It's a WhatsApp number. Send a WhatsApp there. You'll be contacted back, and we will make sure that you are able to come. If you do not have the 180 Rand, if the sponsor is taken, please get hold of our Shirley. Shirley, just go to camera, go to Shirley, camera, go to Shirley. Shirley, I want her to be on the screen. Can we just she's still not on the screen. There you go. Shirley would gladly speak to you. We will make a way for you, because you know what? Your marriage is so important to us. We don't want to hear that you are going through a divorce. We don't want to hear that you didn't make it. And also stop thinking you're the only one going through the troubles. Just stop it. Just stop it, because we all go through things, and things will go through us. Don't you worry, but we just help you and we stand by you.
Yeah.
Well, time is running out, Charles.
Yeah, I think also I just finally, Cindy said, it's not all about the money. I think the series will help us for those kind of things. You know, the small things that creating the things. And yes, I'm glad Cindy and Rian is coming. I'm waiting for the other people. The 180 Rand is waiting. Justin is hands are itching to pay the 180 Rand. Yeah, and maybe there is somebody that can't afford 180 Rand, but really need it. So 180 Rand is not much. And I'm looking forward for married couple. Our passion is for marriages to grow. There's all of us. That's our passion. We want marriages to grow and find each other.
Justin, you wanted to say?
No?
Nothing? Okay.
No.
We are just about to land, and we really are so excited to see that people are coming on board. So we hope to see you there. A last word and just a final goodbye word quickly from everyone.
Okay. We joke and we say that we're not perfect. But I think one of the things that helped Nika and I when we started our marriage and our married life is that we went on these type of courses, and we still going on these type of courses, and it really helped us.
Yes.
And we're as close to perfect as we're gonna get, and we're still studying. So we're not perfect. We've got a lot to learn, and come learn with us at Unbreakable Marriage. See you on Friday.
Yeah. I always think of a car, not that I know much about cars, but I do know that if my car doesn't regularly go for a service, it is going to break beyond repair. So I always think of these sort of things as investing in my marriage. And I just want to add that, you know, we tend to forget that thing that we hear at the altar, that well-known quoted scripture, 1 will slay 1,000 and 2 will slay 10,000. But we need to realize that there's value in that, and that's a lifetime value. It's not just for the altar. And God's going to do that through marriage.
Amen.
From my side, everybody must just remember, I mean, none of us are pastors except for, But, so I mean, we weren't trained to do this. So, you know, we stand there each time speaking from our hearts and speaking from our own experiences. So with the hope of that someone will grasp it and it will be able to change their lives. So, you know, that's all that we want to do each time. So, yeah, just come and hear us, and it's exciting and we have fun.
Okay, yeah. I also think, you know, I agree with Tess there with this. It's not costing you a lot of money. Yes, if you haven't got the money, it's difficult, but it is an investment. It's not something that you're really putting money out there. It's an investment in your marriage. And the other thing I want to say as well is it's not just for broken marriages. It's for anybody. Just as a refresher, there's nice little nuggets. You can have the best marriage, and you're still going to take something out of it. And then also, if finances is a problem, I'll back Justin there and also sponsor somebody if somebody needs it.
Yeah, awesome.
I want to say, when you decide to come, then things come up. It just happens. Like I don't know what will happen, but things happen when you make a commitment for this, because the devil doesn't want you to go on this thing. So don't let these things happen, and just if you commit to it, then just come. And then afterwards, go out for ice cream at McDonald's or something, like a cheap date. Your wife. That's what we do.
Yeah, I think it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the right ingredients to get the cake out, and there's lots of different cakes, so they got different ingredients, and that's what we're bringing. We're bringing small little things that can help you. So come and join us.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally, I will say, please come, because that's I always saying, learn to know the chick, learn to know your wife. And I think sometimes she's screaming and shouting, but she's saying something and you don't know what she's saying. she think, you think she's crazy. But come to this Unbreakable Marriage and you will find out, wow, it's a nice chick I'm married to. And you will find your love language all over again.
There you are. That's it from us, and we're really thankful that you watched us tonight. We see you next week, Sunday night. That's when Tess and Pastor Matthew will be talking about finances, and it's an incredible course because there will be great nuggets. But we will see you Friday night at the Unbreakable Marriage Series, starting 7 o'clock in the chapel. Kry vir jou 'n lekker warm koppie koffie. It will be there for you. God bless you, and thank you very much for being with us tonight. And you can continue to share this because people can watch this on the restream. God bless you.
The Unbreakable Marriage course, it's very incredible one. It's a very incredible one. We are enjoying it. The speakers are very practical. We are very excited about it. We are enjoying it. Every topic makes sense, and it's helping our marriage so far.
As she has said, it's a very incredible course. We're learning quite a lot, and we're taking things as practical as they are. We discuss them when we go home, and we try to live by everything that we've been taught, and it's helping us quite a lot. Thank you so much.